Hey everyone! Welcome back to Speak English with Mishu. I'm Emily, and today we've got a deep and inspiring topic, one that can truly change how you learn and grow.
Hey friends, I'm Liam, and today's episode is all about something simple but powerful: reading. Why it matters, how it helps you learn English, and how it can even change your life.
Emily, quick story. Last week I was reading a short story in English, and one sentence hit me so hard, I actually stopped reading and just thought about it for 10 minutes.
I love that. Reading isn't just about words. It's about discovery, imagination, and even healing. And for English learners, it's one of the most powerful tools available.
Today, we'll talk about the struggles people face with reading, how to overcome them, and how to build strong reading habits that grow your vocabulary, grammar, and confidence.
So, grab your favorite book or just your favorite seat, and let's explore why reading is so important, not just for English, but for life. Let's begin with a simple question. Why do we read? Is it just to pass exams or improve vocabulary, or is it something deeper?
Great question. I think reading is one of the most powerful tools we have as human beings. It's how we grow, not just as English learners, but as people.
Yes, think about it. When you read a book, you're connecting with someone's thoughts. Maybe someone from another country, another culture, or even another century.
Exactly. Reading lets us experience life through different eyes. It builds empathy, imagination, and insight. And for English learners, reading is the bridge between classroom English and real-life English.
And you don't need to start with big novels. You can begin with short stories, news articles, Instagram captions, or even subtitles. The important thing is you're seeing English in action.
That's how I started. I used to read short quotes and poems in English every morning. And over time, I noticed something amazing. I could feel the language better, the flow, the rhythm, the emotion.
That's what reading does. It teaches you without pressure. No grammar tests, no fear of mistakes, just you, the words, and a quiet moment to grow.
But we know reading isn't always easy for learners. You might struggle with long sentences, unfamiliar words, or just staying focused.
So, in this episode, we're going to guide you. We'll talk about the real problems, the emotional blocks, and the most common struggles learners face.
And then we'll give you practical solutions: how to read smart, how to enjoy reading, and how to use it to build your English, step by step.
Reading isn't just a skill, it's a superpower. And by the end of today's podcast, you'll know exactly how to unlock it.
Let's begin by exploring the real-life challenges that make reading feel hard for so many English learners. So let's be honest. Many learners know that reading is important, but they avoid it. Why? Because it feels too slow, too difficult, or just boring.
Yeah, I remember a student once told me, I start reading, but after 5 minutes, my brain gets tired. And that's actually common, especially when you're reading in a second language.
I felt that too. You open a book, see a long sentence, and think, what does this even mean? Suddenly, it feels like work, not fun.
And let's not forget the fear of not understanding everything. Some learners stop reading if they don't know a word. They worry that missing one word will ruin the meaning.
But in reality, even native speakers don't understand every word. We skip, guess, and keep going. That's how reading works.
Another problem is choosing the wrong material. If you start with something too advanced, like Shakespeare or the New York Times, it can crush your motivation.
Absolutely. You need to start where you are. Don't read to impress others. Read to express yourself, to enjoy the journey, to grow slowly and naturally.
Also, in today's fast world, many people say, I don't have time to read. But the truth is, it's not about time. It's about priority.
We spend hours on our phones, scrolling, watching, liking. what if you gave just 15 minutes of that time to reading English?
That small habit could change your vocabulary, your grammar, and even your way of thinking. But the key is making it feel easy and fun.
And that's where most people struggle. They think reading has to be serious, like a school assignment, but it doesn't.
So, now let's talk about what's really behind these struggles, the emotional and logical blocks that stop people from enjoying reading. Let's talk honestly. The problem with reading is not just about words or grammar. It's about feelings. Many learners feel small when they open a book.
Yes, they think, I'm not smart enough to read in English, or I'll never understand this like a native speaker. That thought, that voice of doubt, is what holds them back.
And you know where that voice comes from? It comes from school pressure, past mistakes, or people laughing at your pronunciation or speed.
Exactly. I once had a student who loved stories, but she stopped reading in English because someone told her, you read too slowly.
That broke my heart. Because reading slowly is not a weakness, it's part of the journey. You're learning a new language. Every page is progress.
Another reason people avoid reading is perfectionism. They want to understand every single word, every sentence, every meaning, or they feel like they failed.
But guess what? Even fluent speakers don't understand every word. That's why we reread. That's why we ask questions. Learning is never a straight line.
And then there's comparison. You see someone reading fast, finishing a big book, and you think, I'm not good enough.
But your reading speed doesn't define your intelligence. What matters is the effort, the quiet moment you spend with a page, trying, improving, connecting.
So yes, there are logical challenges, like unfamiliar vocabulary or sentence structures. But most of the time, it's the emotional weight that makes reading feel heavy.
And the beautiful part? Once you break those beliefs, once you say, I don't need to be perfect, I just need to be consistent, everything changes.
Reading becomes lighter, enjoyable, something you look forward to, not a test, but a gift.
So let's talk about solutions now. How can you start reading with joy, with confidence, and with real results?
So here's the first and most powerful solution. Start small, but read smart. You don't have to begin with novels or long books.
That's right. Start with things you enjoy and that match your level. That could be English children's books, short articles online, subtitled YouTube videos, comic books, or even Instagram captions in English.
I always tell my students, read what makes you feel something. If a story makes you laugh, think, or even cry, that's the right material.
And keep it short. Don't try to read 20 pages in one go. Just read one paragraph. Even 5 lines a day can build a strong habit.
Yes, set a goal like, I'll read for 5 minutes every morning. Make it part of your routine, like brushing your teeth or drinking water.
The secret is consistency, not perfection. You don't need to understand 100%. Just keep moving. Guess words from context. Highlight new phrases. Be curious.
And here's a smart trick. Read with audio. If your story or article has a recorded voice, listen and read at the same time. It trains your ears, eyes, and brain together.
I love that tip. Audiobooks, English story podcasts, or even news apps with audio. They help you learn pronunciation and natural rhythm.
Also, make a habit of reading out loud sometimes. It improves your speaking, helps you notice sentence flow, and builds confidence.
And you know what? Reading out loud alone in your room is one of the safest, most powerful English-speaking practices.
So remember, don't wait for the perfect book. Don't wait to feel ready. Just start with something short, something simple, and something you like.
And now, let's build on this with the next solution, how to turn reading into a daily, exciting habit. Let's talk about habits, because success in anything, including reading, comes from what you do every day, not once in a while.
Exactly. Reading shouldn't feel like homework. It should feel like a gift you give yourself, a peaceful moment, a little escape from stress.
So here's what you can do. Create a reading ritual. That means choose one time every day when you read, even just for 5 to 10 minutes.
Maybe it's in the morning while drinking tea, maybe it's during your lunch break, or right before you go to sleep. Make it part of your day.
And don't wait for motivation. Motivation is like the weather, it changes. But habits? Habits are strong. They guide you even on tough days.
Let me share something personal. I keep a small English storybook on my desk. Every morning, I read just one page. That's it. But I've been doing it for 2 years now.
Wow, that's powerful. And I know some learners who put sticky notes on their mirror. Read before phone. Read one paragraph now. That reminder helps them stay consistent.
Another tip, track your reading. Keep a notebook or use an app where you mark what you read each day. Seeing progress builds motivation.
And reward yourself. After 7 days of reading, give yourself a treat, a nice drink, a walk in nature, a movie night. Celebrate your progress.
Because reading isn't a chore, it's something to be proud of. You're growing your brain, your language, and your focus all at the same time.
So now, let's take it a step further. You have the habit, now let's build comprehension with a simple method that boosts learning while you read.
All right, now that you're reading every day, let's make your reading smarter. Here's a simple method I call the 3-step smart reading method.
Yes, this method helps you not just read, but also understand, remember, and use what you read in real life. Let's break it down.
First, just read the text naturally. Don't stop at every unknown word. Just feel the story, follow the flow, and enjoy the meaning.
Exactly. Focus on the emotion, the situation, the rhythm. Your brain learns best when it's relaxed and curious, not when it's stressed or bored.
Now, go back, read it again, and this time, mark new words or interesting phrases. Use a pencil, a highlighter, or your phone.
Don't try to mark everything. Just choose 3, 5 words or phrases that you really want to remember or use in conversation.
And here's a tip. Write a small thought next to words that make you feel something, like hope, angry, or dream. It helps you build emotional vocabulary.
The final step, repeat what you read. You can say it out loud, record your voice, write a short summary, teach the idea to a friend.
Yes, speaking after reading helps lock the language in your brain. It makes it active, not just passive.
Here's an example. If you read, "She whispered softly in the dark," you can say, "Last night, I whispered softly to my cat." You're using the same phrase in a new way. That's learning in action.
So remember, reading isn't about speed. It's about connection. The 3-step method helps you connect deeper every single time.
Coming up next, we'll talk about how to stay motivated when you feel tired, distracted, or discouraged. Now, let's be real. Even with good habits, we all have days when reading feels hard. You sit down, open a book, and your mind drifts away.
Yes, it happens to me too. Sometimes I reread the same line 5 times, or I just stare at the page and feel too tired to continue.
That's normal. The key is not to quit. The key is to understand what's stopping you and gently adjust your environment, your mindset, and your expectations.
So let's explore some common obstacles and how to beat them.
Solution: don't stop for every word. Instead, guess from context. Mark the word, keep reading, and come back later.
And if you really need help, use a learner's dictionary, not Google Translate. A learner's dictionary explains in easy English.
Solution: try the 5-minute reading rule. Set a timer, read just 5 minutes, then take a break. You can always read more, but start small.
Also, change your environment. Sit near a window. Put your phone away. Read with a warm drink. Make it feel nice to read.
Solution. Track your growth. Keep a simple journal where you write what you read, 3 new words, 1 idea you learned.
When you look back after a month, you'll see how far you've come. That will give you motivation to keep going.
And here's something powerful. Read with someone. Join a reading group, find a language partner, or even start a reading challenge online.
Yes, when we read together, we feel supported, we feel seen, and we stay consistent.
Now let's practice what we've learned through a fun, short role play between us, just like we're sitting with a book in a cafe.
Hey, Liam, I brought this short story for us to read today. Want to read it together?
Sounds great, Emily. What's it about?
It's about a small bird who learns to fly despite fear. I think it's a perfect story about courage and growth.
Nice. Let's start reading. I'll read the first sentence. The little bird looked at the sky, feeling scared but excited.
I love that line. Now I'll read the next part. With a deep breath, she spread her wings and jumped from the branch.
Wow, that feels powerful. Even if the bird is scared, she tries anyway.
Exactly. That's a great lesson for all of us learning English. Sometimes we feel scared, but we have to take the jump.
And if we don't understand every word, that's okay. We get the feeling, the story, and that's what matters.
Right. And after reading, we can talk about new words. For example, spread her wings means to prepare to fly.
And jumped from the branch shows taking a risk, trying something new.
See? Reading is not just words. It's stories, feelings, and lessons. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
I'm inspired already. Can't wait to read more tomorrow.
Let's take a closer look at some useful words and phrases from our story about the little bird.
First word, spread her wings. It means to open your wings and get ready to fly. It's also a metaphor for trying new things or gaining independence.
Next, feeling scared but excited. This shows mixed emotions. It's normal to feel nervous and happy at the same time when starting something new.
Then we have jumped from the branch. Literally, it means to leap off a tree branch. Metaphorically, it means taking a risk or a big step.
Another phrase, a deep breath. Taking a slow, full breath to calm yourself before doing something difficult.
And finally, try anyway. This is a strong phrase encouraging action despite fear or doubt.
Try making your own sentences with these words today. For example, I took a deep breath before my presentation. Even though I was nervous, I tried anyway.
Using new words in your daily life helps you remember and feel confident.
Wow, today we really explored why reading is such a powerful tool for learning English and for life.
We talked about struggles, emotional blocks, and practical steps you can take right now to build your reading habit.
Remember, start small, be consistent, read with feeling, and don't be afraid to take risks. Like the little bird, you can fly higher than you imagine.
And the best way to grow is to practice every day, even if it's just a few minutes. Every page you read is a step closer to your English goals.
If this episode helped you, please subscribe to Speak English with Mishu and share it with a friend who's learning English too.
Leave a comment below. What's your favorite book or story in English? We'd love to hear and help you with it.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Keep reading, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Happy reading, everyone!